People celebrates the natural fascination we have for each other.
We love each other.
Sue each other.
Have babies with each other.
And read about each other.
Because week after week, we write about all sorts of people.
We're a weekly update on the human condition.
People is the best record around of how future historians will look back and understand the way we were.
Good evening. I'm Bree Walker. Welcome to the 5th edition of People magazine on TV. Tonight, a rare appearance by Robert Redford. And an exclusive. We'll hear from a surprise witness in the case of Dr. Elizabeth Morgan, who is still in jail after 2 years of hiding her daughter. But our first story is a happier one. We're going to the Long Island estate of supermodel Christie Brinkley and her husband, rock star Billy Joel. Entertainment reporter Jill Rappaport did the interviews.
She said to me about 6 months ago, she said, "Mama, what does famous mean?" So I said, "Well, it just means that people already know who you are before you've been introduced." She said, "Oh, okay. Well, I have a fabulous and famous mom and dad, and they're so human."
Famous? Absolutely. Human? You bet. Apart, they are the supermodel and the rock star. Renowned and recognized by millions. Together, they're just the Joels. Billy, Christie, and 3.5-year-old Alexa Ray.
A lot of people would just assume that you would like to keep her out of the public eye.
Well, I do, actually. I mean, when she was born, we took her out of the hospital with a funny nose and glasses on so nobody could get a picture. And then I really did my best, you know, if we were out at a restaurant or any place and I would spot a paparazzi, it's like, throw the napkin over her head. And then I thought to myself, you know, what's more unnatural for her, to go around life with a napkin on her head, or to simply learn to pretend that you don't see the camera and just kind of go about and, you know, do it.
Christie and the camera were brought together 15 years ago on a Paris street. A golden-haired, chestnut-cheeked, Malibu-born teenager, Christie was in Paris to pursue her passion for art and photography. Instead, a photographer pursued her, and America's curvaceous cover girl was born.
I've had a very nice career on my looks, but you know, I have insecurities like anybody else. But
What insecurities?
I don't want to harp on it, but, you know, I don't like to really walk in a bathing suit in front of people. Because I feel like, you know, they see still pictures of you, and in still pictures you can sort of give them your best angles or whatever. And if you have to actually walk down a beach, for me it takes guts, because I feel like people are thinking, oh, there's that bathing suit model, you know, let's see if she really does look so good in a bathing suit, which I really don't, you know, it's all mirrors.
Don't tell that to Sports Illustrated. Christie was the first model ever to grace 3 consecutive covers of the magazine's much-admired swimsuit issue. Her trademark smile and fresh-faced beauty have won Brinkley a top spot in fashion history. But married now and a mom, she wants it known she's not just another pretty face on another perfect body.
It's not all that important to me. I think I'm past the age of worrying about how I look so much, and really, it's probably the furthest thing from my mind. You know, when I wake up in the morning now, I'm thinking, you know, I wake up and I've got a little girl, first of all, bouncing on my stomach, you know.
Different priorities.
Totally different priorities. And much more interesting priorities.
These days, those priorities are focused on her family, her passion for riding and photography, and her changing career.
The fact that you are 35 years old, and in the world of modeling, that's, let's face it, considered old. What do you do now? Where do you go from here?
At 35, I don't want to model like I used to before. I don't have the same desire. You know, I couldn't, and I don't want to, so it works out perfectly. Hi, darling. Can't you join us in a leisurely walk to the beach? Just you and me and the camera.
For Billy and Christie, life on Long Island is one place the cameras rarely go. A private beach is their backyard, and together they're building a home with a personality all its own.
The beast, as Joe calls it. The beast in the east.
I never wanted to do one of those lifestyles of the rich and famous, you know. Here we are with Billy, Joan, and Christie being gem-encrusted furniture, you know. This is like, you know, hey, look at this. This is like our big addition, you know.
Billy, who's more comfortable on tour than giving them, met Christie 6 years ago at a Caribbean resort. They were introduced by friends and coupled by the press long before their own sparks flew.
It was the classic story. You were the uptown girl, he was the downtown guy. And for people to look at the two of you, they wouldn't have matched you together. And yet, it was a great match.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't have put us together either. When I first met her, I said, I can't believe she's talking to me. I can't believe she's sitting here. I can't believe what's going on. But we got together. I mean,
He, you know, kind of talks, you know, sometimes with the New York thing, you know, especially if he's around his friends. And I can't even do a New York accent, so I don't even know why I'm trying. You know? But on the levels where it counts, we're, you know, very much the same.
Doing everything today. Doing the Alexa Ray workout.
she's the line of my life, that kid. She's good having kids. You know, you spend a good deal of your life concentrated on yourself. And then you have a kid, and everything goes away from you. All goes to the kid. Wham! It's like, okay, I'll put up with this, I'll put up with that, but don't mess with my kid.
And that kid is a constant companion. Whether on fashion shoots or concert tours, the Joels stick together. It's a family rule with few exceptions.
When you can't go out on the road, do you worry about them? Do you get jealous?
No, not at all.
But yet you realize how important it is to try to make as many of those trips as you can.
Yeah, mainly because Alexa misses her daddy and I miss my husband. And he really misses us.
But despite their togetherness, the rumors still persist.
As you've heard by now, the rumors, you two are splitting up, you two are getting divorced.
It's difficult because they print stuff about you that isn't true all the time anyway. But when somebody goes after your personal life, the essence of your personal life, which is your relationship, it really kind of bugs you, and you can't respond to it properly. You want to say, hey, cut it out, you know, or I'll smack your lights out. We're fine.
So to set the record straight, there are no problems in the Joel household.
Set the record straight. My lawyer's coming over today.
One of the toughest things to do in the world is to maintain a relationship and to stay married and to have a family. It's probably the most difficult thing to do in the world. More difficult than being a star, more difficult than having a gig. Trying to keep a family going. It's not too many people who are able to do it anymore.
Well, they sure look happy.